Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between FoCuS versus Chaemiko, this game taking place here on Northern Isle. On the bottom left hand side of the map we have Chaemiko spawning as the red human player. Meanwhile on the top right hand side of the map we have FoCuS spawning as the blue orc. Orc versus human in a classic 1v1 matchup dating back to the beginning of WarCraft in general. What Tides of Darkness and all of that jazz, orcs and humans rather. I can't even remember clearly all the way back then what is going to be going down in this matchup here with the meta changing and progressing as it is. We are opening up with a war mail by FoCuS, a strategy that has become popular as of late with the addition of headhunters. And well, as I was thinking about Warcraft 3 at night, trying to figure out different ways to make balance better, specifically human versus undead. You know, just because that's the matchup that I feel seems to have the most amount of disparity right now. Is well, give dwarves the ability or an upgrade that allows them to be higher resistant to magic. And I think that would actually solve a lot of those human versus undead matchups. The main power that human or undead has over or undead has over human is the fact that, well, their riflemen and their mortar teams normally not being able to be focused down by Deathcoil Frost Nova, as they only target biological units. Humans actually having a little bit of, well, a downside there, especially in the undead matchup, making it so that, well, Deathcoil Frost Nova pretty much just absolutely obliterates them. You look at undead, meat wagons are mechanical. You look at Night Elf, glaive throwers, they're mechanical. Even their other siege unit, which is the mountain giant, has natural resistance to magic. And then if you, well, orc, same thing as well. They're all mechanical. So trying to be able to deal with banshees, being able to use that range effectively, well, just doesn't um, well just doesn't work out. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. We are looking at Chaemiko actually doing a very fast attack to tier 2 here. No sign of an expansion. A single Archmage trying to now perhaps clear out some of these wolves as well. As we're going to see, well, there is a resummoning of those wolves already out of the gate. A quick ensnare and now a water elemental gift, nicely gift wrapped by the computer themselves, as FoCuS gets a little bit of an advantage here. He is so far opening up with only headhunters and spirit wolves trying to get some damage onto these flesh eaters. Meanwhile, Chaemiko trying to make sure that he makes his opponent pay with a little bit of damage on his Farseer, as well as the Farseer takes the item Sentry Ward. Archmage looking to back away, wants to tech or get to level 2, gonna drop a water elemental, try to clear out the remainder of this 3-2 creep camp, but the Farseer of FoCuS says, you know what, well, 2 can play at that game, I am gonna try and take some of your experience as well. Archmage does have a Mantle of Intelligence now with +5 damage already out of the gate. As we're looking at the Farseer, well, I'm not able to get that last hit, and then beautiful attacks and repositioning by Chaemiko to make sure to get that last one strike. Farseer Headhunter going to continue to engage Footman already with the Fen, trying to reflect back some of that damage. There you have it. The Headhunters now going after the Water Elemental instead, as the Footmen are actually going after those Spirit Wolves. All right, a little bit of damage added in once more. No, unable to catch that Spirit Wolf as it heads off to the side. Meanwhile, Headhunters going to chase after that Water Elemental, new Water Elemental offered up, as those Javelins will not pierce through, but somehow able to deal quite a bit of damage again. Exchanging back and forth. Yeah, so we're going to continue to see this battle here. Farseer trying to fight here. Footman now throwing up those shields once more. However, well, a lot of those Spirit Wolves are being called in and then being forced to retreat. No sort of regeneration on that Archmage. Archmage could have a very bad time, as the Farseer does in fact get to level 2. Footman now trying to use throwing up the Fen, dropping it back down and throwing it up again, as the Headhunters, well, going to be joined alongside one Grunt who is going to be able to absorb quite a bit of damage. Archmage trying to come back the other way, unable to get close to that Headhunters, as the Headhunters are just playing a game of, well, playing a game of hit and run, as the Footmen try to hold on with that defend. Archmage turns back around here, trying to get some damage onto that Farseer. Farseer trying to, well, chase after that Archmage. Archmage down to 79 hit points and rising, as the Spirit Wolves should be able to get in a little bit more damage once more. so far. Archmage going to try to double back around, takes 2 more hits. Farseer gets in another hit right there, could get 1 more hit, and there's the Chain Lightning finishing off Chaemiko's Archmage at level 2. Panda has been hired, not quite what he was expecting or hoping for at all. Arcane Volt is already down. Keep is down here as the Archmage needs to get resurrected back at the tavern. Meanwhile, Footman does have Defend. There is no Scroll of Town Portal on this push here. Big Breath of Fire coming back across as the Footman while trying to perhaps get a surround onto that Farseer. Farseer now trying to retreat back. I wish the Water Elemental would lose hit points when attacking because it loses its body mass. If the water isn't what is actually holding a water elemental to or the hit points of a water elemental, right? Like that would be like I'm shooting a water elemental, and the water elemental itself, yeah, have you tried to shoot a pool? How much damage do you really do to it, right? Same thing if you're taking a sword and attacking it. What you're really damaging is the magic around it, those little bracers. At least that's how I think of the story. In terms of everything else. All right, Footman trying to do a little bit of chase, does get another headhunter down there as the Panda now, well, on its way to level 2. Panda still walking its way back to the bottom left-hand side of the map here. Trying to throw a net around a water elemental or trying to hit a water elemental with an axe or anything else. You would almost have to be, it's completely impervious to damage. Beautiful 4 unit surround right here as the Grunt is not going to be able to break free. And now that Brewmaster quite high on experience as the Archmage. Now heading back away. Hi Crota, good luck, have fun. Human OP. Human and not OP. Definitely do not believe that's a statement at all. But yeah, going back to my original thought, if you gave riflemen if you gave dwarves in general an upgrade that could make them a bit more resistant to magic, it would solve a lot of the problems or the over reliance of magic to finish off mortar teams and riflemen, and then and mortar teams and riflemen, just give them a little bit of additional hit points in that matchup, since they seem to be so weak. Anyways, Brewmaster going to go ahead, pick up Ring of Protection. Militia now trying to finish off the Ice Trolls here. They're going to end up getting taken down as the units now make their way off to the north. Wait, this not replays? Is it live games? No, this is still only cast from replays just because it's the only thing that my schedule allows. But, well, I have cast live games in the past, but that really was before my 3 daughters. So, well, I think I cast live games in the past, and I still had I think at most 1 daughter, not 2. So, anyways, pulling back here, Archmage does have Claws of Attack +5, now getting up to +10 damage. Gonna go ahead and pull those units. Did you just say 3 daughters? Yes, I have 3 daughters. Yeah. Footman gonna go ahead and try and 3 in total. I have 3 daughters in total. I have 3 children. I don't know how many other ways I can say that to be more clear. Panda now gonna go ahead and engage here. Coming back away. Have fun when they're teenagers. Yep. Well, I'm having fun now. Panda now trying to retreat back here. Footman does have Defend throwing up, trying to reflect back some of that damage, and there's just this fight over this Ice Troll Warlord in the middle right here. FoCuS trying to make its way back off to the north. You're going to go ahead and get a Chain Lightning. I believe gets the item. It is a Book of the Dead. Panda unable to get a Breath of Fire off. Farseer does get up to level 3 and now has level 2 Chain Lightning. I believe that was a Purge coming in from a Water Elemental, giving more experience back to the Tauren Chieftain and that Farseer. Alright, Farseer sitting at level 3, trying to clear up that. Meanwhile, down to the south here, Chaemiko does have an expansion up, and we are looking at the expansion nearly done by FoCuS. FoCuS nearly done with his expansion. Meanwhile, Panda looking to clear up, trying to get to level 3 for level 2 Breath of Fire help, and well, just starting to add some damage to all of those units. Footman does have defend, gonna try to reflect back some of that damage. There are a couple of priests down as well, and it looks like Footman with priest, no transition to rifleman, no transition to knights either, and it is going to be Footman with defend to try and deal with some of these units. Tauren Chieftain, quick lightning shield, going to go ahead and stomp across multiple units here as one peon does get taken down. Breath of Fire coming back the other way. Arcane Tower now gone. Tauren Chieftain will be able to throw down another stomp here if he wants to. It doesn't look like he wants to just quite yet as the Panda gets stomped on at level 3. Continuing to fight back around, there's a Breath of Fire. Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 3 as well, as we see Slow now coming down across. Kodo Beast, only 2 empty bellies here as the Farseer trying to head away. Thank you for the follow, as the Panda trying to, line up a bit more damage. Kodo Beast trying to get close enough to a Spellbreaker, does grab it. Hungry Kodos. However, one Spellbreaker smart enough to move out of the jaws of the Beast. Panda now continuing to back up once more. Archmage going to continue to attack again as we're looking at the Farseer. Pushing in pressure once again. Grease now trying to, make its way back again more and more as the Archmage continuing to fight. Scroll of Town Portal finally being used by FoCuS. A tactical retreat as a Breath of Fire delivers a little bit of damage and finishes off that one Troll Head Hunter. All right, no sign of Berserkers as of yet. We are still only at Stronghold. Meanwhile, Spirit Lodge shows 46 supply compared to 51 now. Chaemiko actually going into low upkeep would actually be better if he had one less peasant than to go into low upkeep, as you drop from what is that, 19 gold a second to 14 gold a second on average by having that one food supply over. All right, FoCuS looking to do the same thing though, sitting at 52 supply. Not quite sure what to make of this. Normally, players are much more aware of their upkeep and really burst in the upkeep when the time is right, using all of their production buildings at the same time, as we're looking at a quick control magic by Chaemiko. We are looking to get into a blacksmith now, perhaps adding in some riflemen. We are looking at dual arcane sanctums. Blacksmith could just be for some weapon upgrades on those spellbreakers. So spellbreakers in that front line, trying to get some damage here. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain trying to come back the other way. Panda, Breath of Fire, able to deal some AoE damage onto some of those units in the back, as the transition away from or into Headhunters. Tauren Chieftain now going to come in from behind here, but not a really good target to try and stomp. Tauren Chieftain's right there. Stomps, only gets one priest right there, but perhaps he thinks that is worth it as the Spellbreakers turn back around and remove much of the mana of that Tauren Chieftain. Kodo Beast unable to snag lunch there as the Panda continuing to retreat back. Purge, Lightning, taking quite a bit of damage. Another Kodo Beast unable to catch its lunch as well, as the units are still retreating back. Slow across multiple units. Tauren Chieftain could try and throw down a stomp, but wouldn't hit much of anything. Only the Panda in that frontline spot, as we are looking at a Grunt with Lightning Shield trying to run around on the backside here. Kodo Beast still nothing in its belly. Good strong play coming in from Chaemiko as the Scroll of Town Portal used by the Tauren Chieftain in order to head back out. Scroll of Town Portal, retreating Archmage sitting at level 3. It looks like, yes, there is a bunch of mana items on that Brewmaster, upwards of 460 mana on the Brewmaster, in fact, as the Brewmaster, perhaps now going to try and dance off to the north, but will not have as much mana as he needs. Only level 1 Brilliance Aura there. Thank you for the follows. Did I get raided or something? In order for that many new people to come in and join in on my channel. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate the support and the attention. Definitely check out my YouTube channel, Crota Gaming. It's where you'll find more than a decade of Warcraft 3 videos posted. You got rated by Back to Warcraft. Thank you, Back to Warcraft. Need to find one more game to try and line up after this, indeed. All right, Panda going to go ahead and clear up the Thermal Tracker. Spellbreakers finishing things off. Sorcerer will get taken down as well, as the Panda stays at level 3, but the Archmage actually backs away, not getting Brilliance Aura. Meanwhile, another hit and run tactic coming in from Chaemiko. Scroll of Town Portal, Chain Lightning bouncing around as the Tauren Chieftain is going to try to line up a stomp and a little bit of a predictive move on where that was going to go. Spirit Wolves or Dire Wolves now making their way back over across. Tauren Chieftain trying to take down, the Raiders trying to take down the Town Hall. Town Hall, there is a bunch of missing Drunken Haze causing quite a bit of damage. Raiders, well, trying to finish off the Town Hall before the Town Hall can train up more peasants for the repairs. That is a lot of damage being absorbed by that Town Hall, and it will finally get taken down. But how much damage was done first? Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. Are we going to see enough damage? No, we are not. 64 hit points as he scrolls away. All right, back off to the north. Well, Archmage sitting at level 3, Panda sitting at level 4, plethora of items. Archmage is going to be in a bit of trouble. Chaemiko going to be a bit of trouble as he is now sitting on 1 base only. Thank you for the follows. Everyone follow or sub to credit. You know, if everyone subbed to me, that would actually be an all-time sub record. I don't think I've ever broken 50. So yeah, that would actually be absolutely great. Coming back around, yeah, got raided by back to WarCraft. Metaphysics, could you send me another replay? I don't, for some reason, the Tide Hunters one isn't working. Panda coming back through here. Magnetar Reaver gonna get cleaned up here and still not giving level 2 Brilliance Aura to that Archmage. A little bit, nope. The retraining is going to be level 2 Brilliance Aura, level 1 Water Elementals. Maybe that was the start, and that's the reason why, well, Chaemiko has been focusing on getting the Brewmaster to level 5 for that level 3 Breath of Fire. That could be the strategy. I could have been missing that. People thirsty for good broadcasting. Yeah, thank you very much. As we're looking at the Archmage picking up a Ring of Protection that was dropped. We are now looking, well, Panda sitting at level 4, nearing 300 mana, really needs that Brilliance Aura. Brilliance Aura Spellbreakers are looking at 1-0 upgrades as the Orc army of FoCuS now trying to push down and finish off, well, the Arcane Vault here and finish off the game. With the economic advantage and everything else, should be able to clear things up. Kodo Beast in the back. Spellbreakers are slowly being digested, so the army advantage is still in favor of FoCuS, even more so as, well, 6 supplies sitting in bellies right there. All right, Brewmaster trying to chase an illusionary Brewmaster there as well, making it look as though he needs to deal with that Panda there. Panda, however, unable to catch up to that fast-moving Tauren Chieftain. How have I not heard of this channel before, Lithium Lover? I don't know. What Neil and Remo have talked. We've talked. I've been on Todd's like Town Hall cast. I don't know how you haven't heard of me. Stomp now coming back across. Tauren Chieftain getting the stomp onto the Brewmaster. That's pretty much it. Spellbreaker's trying to fight back here. Multiple units here as we're going to be looking at Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. There's that Breath of Fire again. The back line as the grunts able to get within melee range. Still fighting away. Goblin Zeppelins are lifting and elevatoring Kodo Beast to try and grab a lunch, dining and dashing as 2 Spellbreakers once more are slowly being digested. However, the level 2 Breath of Fire really starting to add up some damage as the Panda now on the cusp of level 3. Level 3 Breath of Fire ready to go forth once more. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. There it goes across multiple units. We are going to be looking at more damage. Scroll of Healing coming back across as the units are trying to retreat back away. Brewmaster does have a Potion of Invulnerability, does use it in time as the Tauren Chieftain now trying to retreat back again. Archmage could be in trouble, does have a Scroll of Healing. There's another Breath of Fire, and this is an absolute blow down a battle between the Tauren Chieftain and the Panda. Archmage at level 4 escapes away with the use of invisibility. Panda now escapes invisibility as the Tauren Chieftain now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Are we going to see them fight back once more? Tauren Chieftain now uses the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Militia get in harm's way. Farsi are now trying to retreat back, and it was Tauren Chieftain or Panda unable to finish off a Kodo Beast to return back some of those Spellbreakers, as there are still 2 Spellbreakers in the belly of the beast, and, well, FoCuS will just have to slowly digest that victory. All right, beautiful Breath of Fire positioning, also beautiful leveling up of the second hero. This has become a much more common strategy as of late during the meta. Your starting hero was in ages past has always been the more powerful, higher level hero. What we're seeing now is that the Archmage is the better hero to start with. Better to establish up expansions and get in those early plays, but the Panda's level 2 then level 3 Breath of Fire was really where well, how Chaemiko was able to stay in this game. All right, Breath of Fire blows over 3 peasants right there as the Archmage could be in a little bit of trouble once more. Are we going to see this Great Hall blown over here? Indeed, a bunch of invisibility right there. Stomp, invisibility across 2 of those sorceresses right there. Spellbreakers are going to be able to finish off the Great Hall. Yes, they are, and a tactical retreat is in order. beautiful, beautiful battle right there. Priest now trying to retreat back, but I believe that Priest is not long for this world. Quickly getting ensnared and, well, taken down. Coming back through, Panda does have, well, 11 armor indeed. Archmage, no, only 4 armor, though. Ring of Protection +4 given back to that Brewmaster. Brewmaster, well, talking about the 11 armor, not as great as talking about the 610 mana on that Brewmaster. Hood of Cunning, adding in more intelligence, adding in Mantle of Intelligence, and a Pendant of Energy. And that Brewmaster, drop all of those items, use the Potion of Greater Mana, and then pick it back up right now. And, well, he will be at nearly 600 mana and ready to just keep on blowing units over again and again. Coming back across here, we're looking at Tauren Chieftain at 5, Farseer at 5, Potion of Invisibility ready to be quaffed quickly for that, and then, well, perhaps say surprise. Panda down here, we do see FoCuS does have Sentry Ward, so an Invisible Panda, not really that big of a surprise at all, as the Tauren Chieftain is trying to line up something from behind here. Tauren Chieftain going to get into a proper position here. Panda checks the waters and says, yes, you know, you have Sentry Ward. You know what's going on. Is he going to buy a Dust of Appearance? No. Yes, he is going to buy Dust of Appearance. He could control these Sentry Wards and then flip things around and then accidentally reveal. Come on, reveal it. Control magic, please. Control magic and see the Tauren Chieftain. Oh, there's the Dust of Appearance right there. Tauren Chieftain now comes down. Dust of Appearance was on the Tauren Chieftain. Chain Lightning bouncing around here. Panda could turn around. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units, and then does hit a little bit of that back line, but these lines are horrible for Chaemiko as he's trying to fight his way through. Panda continuing this battle. A second Breath of Fire could perhaps make up for a little bit of this here. There's a Breath of Fire in mid-cast, getting stomped, though, as the Panda needs to get a Breath of Fire across there. No Drunken Haze this time around, though. Only the Breath of Fire as the Panda now trying to repeat pack still. Chain Lightning finding all of the weak casters. And, well, there was only, I believe, a Sorceress, a Priest, and then the 2 heroes. That is pretty much it, as the Spellbreakers are immune to all of that damage. More Breath of Fire damage coming back across. No more slow. Panda could be in trouble trying to turn things back around. Are we going to see a Potion of Invulnerability? Potion of Invulnerability to dodge as the fight continues. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire going across multiple units again. Archmage, is he going to try and drop a Water Elemental? It is. Panda does need a little bit more time for another Breath of Fire. Multiple low hit point units. Panda, however, trying to dodge the Tauren Chieftain and does get away. Good to see many people watching the stream. Well, thank you, Dave. Got raided back to WarCraft, and, well, some people are actually deciding to stay. So always nice to see a raid where people are lingering around just a bit longer. Archmage making their may back off to the north. Yes, Metaphysics, thank you. I will definitely be casting one more replay after this, as the Farseer now trying to retreat back again. Spellbreaker, Water Elemental, heading back off to the north here. Meanwhile, down to the off to the north, we are looking at a new expansion being played. Bottom left-hand side, only 18 seconds of mining left. So we are going to be out of gold here in just a moment. And then, well, we may be seeing some long distance mining, some walks of shame, or something of that nature, as we are slowly reaching the 24-minute mark of this game. For those of you guys who, well, or 23-minute mark of that game. 23-minute mark, we are now out of gold. I'm sure the professional players know, well, that's how long it normally takes to mine out your main expansion here on Northern Isle with all of their years of experience. Coming back through, Archmage, a Brewmaster, Archmage nearly level 5, a Brewmaster halfway to level 6. However, Farseer very close to 6 himself. An Earthquake could spell a problem. Trying the tactics, Tauren Chieftain could easily transition into Shockwave, as we've seen in games past. And then, well, trying to do a base race with a Tauren against a Tauren Chieftain whose mana just translates directly into damage is still rather scary. Brewmaster is still revealed. Farseer gets up to level 6, and, well, does he go for level 3 Spirit Wolves? Yes, he does. No Well, Earthquake there, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, damage going across the board here. Kodobi's going to finish eating up one Spellbreaker here in just a moment. Panda trying to reposition itself once more. The cooldown on that Panda quite high indeed. There's another follow-up Breath of Fire as the Peasants are coming back around. Archmage gets up to level 5, and he opts to go for level 3 Water Elemental's more immediate impact in this fight here as the Shamans will quickly just purge it down. Archmage continuing this battle here. No retraining to Blizzard. Breath of Fire coming back across here as the Panda down to 190 hit points. They'll use the Potion of Invulnerability as he could try and finish off some of these units. However, Scroll of Speed going to make it difficult. Where is this Panda looking to go? There's a Breath of Fire. Gets up to level 6. Could use Earthstorm and Fire. No, does not get Earthstorm and Fire off in time. The level 3 stomp from the Panda, or from the Tauren Chieftain, able to switch things around, and now dealing with a level 6 Tauren Chieftain. What a turn of events right there. However, Farseer does get a Potion of Healing just in time. Purge onto the Water Elemental. This is still anyone's game, but really this is FoCuS's game to lose as he has 2 level 6 heroes, one of them being a Tauren Chieftain. All right, trying to finish off, gets a Spellbreaker back. That is a 7 supply swing, taking down a Kodo Beast and also grabbing back the Goblin Zeppelin. Beautiful micro right there coming back through. Tauren Chieftain could end up getting taken down. Archmage is not going to gain any... Torrent, there's the resurrection. What are we going to see here? Archmage going to continue to try and battle it up. The Tauren Chieftain's stomp really not that effective any longer when he's just going up against an army of Spellbreakers. Sorceresses and Priest are back out here onto the battlefield. Panda still dead and out of commission. I don't see any long distance mining as the Archmage is looking to retreat. Supply, 22 supply compared to 20 or 31. 27 supply army by Chaemiko, but it's not the supply that Chaemiko is concerned about. It is, well, the heroes. 2 level 6 heroes. Very high, very intent on dealing damage as the Tauren Chieftain leads the charge and now catching a Priest. All right, we could see a follow-up stomp right here, catching many of those units. Follow-up chain lightning still bouncing around. Tauren Chieftain going to finish off those Priests, and FoCuS going to just continue these hit and run tactics, making Chaemiko slowly bleed to death if he can. Without that Panda, the damage is significantly, has significantly fallen off. Tauren Chieftain with slow and snare now onto the Goblin Zeppelin as the Raider does get taken down here. Tauren Chieftain still trying to chase after some units. There's a stomp, gonna finish off a Priest. Goblin Zeppelin unable to pick up that stunned passenger. Thank you, dude. As we're looking at the Zeppelin now making its way to the bottom left. Been doing it for years. There is a Panda in the altar. Level 6 heroes do take quite a bit of time to resurrect. And, well, the way things are going, if you look once more, the army, 21 supply compared to 12. Chaemiko does have the larger army. Tauren Chieftain and Shaman and Farseer. That is all that is here. Spellbreakers, as soon as the Spirit Wolves are going to pop out, they're going to go ahead and switch allegiance right there. And that could turn into some damage going back the other way. Spellbreakers looking to finish off the Tauren Chieftain. Still has 2 minutes of on cooldown as the Goblin Zeppelin not going to pick up that Spellbreaker in time, continuing to just try to pick up and drop off units. Meanwhile, Panda is now back out onto the battlefield, or no, not back out. Normally, these are color-coded to show whether or not the heroes are resurrected or not, and yeah, the only real difference is that you can now see that the Panda has green eyes because the Panda is naturally black and white. All right, don't don't judge me too much. I couldn't tell that the black and white picture of the Panda didn't have the green eyes. All right, coming back through, Shadow Wolves now going after these peons off to the north. Panda does still have this Potion of Greater Mana. That is an absolutely huge item indeed. Hood of Cunning was sold, and we're looking at a little bit of, well, damage adding back here. Whether or not the Brewmaster should just drop the items and then use the Potion of Mana and then pick back up, I think that would be a better use there. And if a fight were to happen, if he's trying to force an engagement, it doesn't look like he's trying to force an engagement yet, wants to be able to use it at the right opportune time as the Burrows are now, well, trying to offer a proper hiding place. Burrows are going to get taken down. Is this going to give level 6 to the Archmage? That would actually be quite a big setback. And the fact that these are not fortified armor, no reinforced defenses, means that the water elementals and the heroes themselves are doing maximum damage. 18 supply compared to 15, but that is one raider trying to be trained up here in just a second, as the water elementals are now going back to those units, trying to finish off the barracks. Barracks, not important. Burrows, things that give experience, are better than anything else that is available, as the burrows are falling and now inching closer to level 6. Tauren Chieftain waiting 12 more, 11 more seconds before venturing into that battle, knowing that he wants resurrection once more. All right, every orc burrow could get taken down. And well, there it goes. Another orc burrow taken down. Only one more left. Breath of fire right there. Earth, storm, and fire now out here onto the battlefield. Tauren Chieftain, is he going to get picked up? Archmage could be in trouble. Has a potion of invulnerability. No stomp in time, as the Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble here. All right, units are trying to get back away. A little bit of mana going to be lost, and now no real experience there. Trying to go after the Farseer. Farseer going to get picked up. Tauren Chieftain still out of commission here. Tauren Chieftain is going to try and finish things off. Earth, storm, and fire with the surround. Tauren Chieftain, there's the stomp right there. Tauren Chieftain, Archmage continuing to battle through. Spellbreaker trying to get away. Tauren Chieftain, Shadow Wolves, level 6 now onto the Archmage. Double control magic as the Farseer falls, and now only a Tauren Chieftain is left. That is going to be the game. I had thought that the final moments where the Tauren Chieftain had stomped on Chaemiko's panda, preventing him from Earth, Storm, and Fire, was going to be the game-changing moment. But instead, Chaemiko outlasting his opponent, both players losing their expansions on Northern Isle, just outlasting in this marathon match, playing the micro in the end and having the supply advantage, resurrecting a level 6 panda the old-fashioned way, even though it was out of commission for quite some time, and with the lower overall score, still gets the victory. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more Warcraft 3.